Okay. Um, I think we're live again. Are we? Refresh chat. Are we having fun yet? Let's see. If I refresh this page, can I see? Okay. God, it's a bummer because I think it's a totally different stream now that we're on. Wait, are we? Hold on. Is this? I can't tell. I can't tell what it's doing. Here, I'm gonna make this big again. So that way I'll know if I'm seeing the right thing again. It is a whole new stream. That's a bummer. I didn't mean for that to happen. And okay. Yeah, the picture got big. That took a minute though. Are these? Hold on. This is normal latency now. Dang it. That's why it's taking so long. Yeah, the previous stream will still be there. I guess we'll just do a part 1, part 2 kind of situation. Okay, let me make sure that the chat box is doing its thing. And the alert box is doing its thing. Hopefully those will start showing up on screen. I see you saying stuff. Well, anyway, all right, let's try to stream this again. So this game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Okay. Let's try, instead of game capture, let's do a new window capture and see if we can just capture the window. Okay. Yeah, we'll capture the cursor. That seems fine. So we got some Doki Dokis up here. And it's on top of my face. Let's just fit to screen in 1080p 60 frames, which is what we're doing right now. Let's put this under some stuff. There. We'll move my face where I'm not in the way of the here, we'll do like middle side. How's that? Middle side? Are we feeling middle side? Okay. I suppose I could just I don't know. We don't need to make the screen quite so big. Whatever. It is what it is. We're having fun. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a safe experience playing this game. For content warnings, please visit http://ddlc.moe/warning.html. So hopefully we'll have a good time. I don't think we're going to play long enough to get into some of the bad stuff, but if you're worried, please consult the warnings that they give you here. By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you are at least 13 years of age and you consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content. Oh, that's a sound. Be eye level with the waifu girls. All right, hold on. With the tall one. We'll be eye level with the tall one. I agree. It occurs to me that maybe I should be playing something that's a little more fun for everyone. Oh my god. Alright, how's that for the music volume, everybody? I just have to wait like 7 to 15 seconds for you to tell me. Give me a thumbs up or thumbs down on that volume level. Okay. All right, what's our name? We're not going to play Yandere Simulator. All right, we'll pick the name and then I'll maybe boost the volume a little bit. Are we playing as a girl? You know, forgive me if that's not the right question to be asking, but Rodrigo Chungus. Oh, that's a good one. Lauren Bleeth. I like that one better. I'm the loudest of the balance, which is important, as I am indeed the boss. Alright, let's, are we playing as a girl? I don't actually know. Is it an all-girls school? Ashley is an all-gender name. It's just, you know, we could be Corin or we could be Corinne. Okay, MC is ambiguous, okay. Well, let's just be Corin then. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Ah! I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe only because I decided to stop and wait for you, says Corin. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. Oh man, this is so anime. That's mean, Corin. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Corin. Yeah, you're making... I don't think this is actually... Well, in the sense that I don't believe this was made in Japan. It's not... It can't be that anime. It can be a little anime, though. Or maybe things are just anime even if they're not made in Japan. Kakos Industries virtual novel when? I don't know, whenever you want to code it. I've made it clear. I will collaborate on just about anything. Just send me an email and offer to code it. Have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already I'm not interested in joining any clubs, Sayori. I haven't been looking either. Eh? That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Kakos Industries can have a little anime as a treat. Yeah, I'm sorry, Gate Snipe. You are now on the hook. Speaking of which, are your comments showing up on the screen? Okay. Oop, that's not what I. Oh, wow. Okay. I am just mangling this because I tried to click and drag and I screwed stuff up. Well, I can't tell right now if the... Anyway. Did I? Nani? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little bit too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. Damn, okay. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. I need this character to have a piece of toast in her mouth right now. That's oh god, I'm a NEET. Jasmine, you're not a NEET. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. That line hit most of us too hard. Corin, I just don't want you to sit in your bedroom all day making podcasts and streaming video games. I believe it's not educated, employed, or is it not an education, employment, or training? Is that the I thought it was no education, no experience, and no training, or something like that. But maybe well, anyway. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Actually, if you guys could just sound off in the chat what else you think NEET could stand for. No extra teats. I think that's fine. You can probably do better, though. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Can't be a NEET if we're in here and interacting on chat. Hey, finger guns. I don't know. What do you consider podcasting to be employment? I'm not sure how I feel about it. I'm some education, some employment, and some training. Not a whole lot of education. Not entirely employed, educated, or in training. Nepotism exacts early tithing. Ooh, damn. Nipples entering, exiting, trapped. Perfect. Oh, you guys are too good to me. Yeah, I do get paid. It's true. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori. Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I literally rearranged my Animal Crossing Islands trees today, so things are going great. Never empirically entertained trauma. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I can play Animal Crossing. There are just so many other games I need to play. Speaking of which, after this, I'm probably gonna do The Witcher over on my Stream Ratty channel. So, if you're into The Witcher in Polish with English subtitles, no evil enters the Red Robin. Oh man. Oh boy. Alright. I look around and realize... Are you technically a NEET if you're retired? I'm just saying. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. I'm not sure that, like, women I've been in actual relationships with have been this concerned about my well-being. You don't need to wait up for me. It's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought you know. Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Can you be retired before 25? Well, some people can. Sayori? Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. I need... Oh, man. I need Brianna in here to do her anime voices. Let's see. Sayori is vice president of the Literature Club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, kind of told the club yesterday I'd bring in a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. Can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. Says all of my voice acting is way more energetic than any of the previous live streams. I had some caffeine today, you know. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. Sayori, there is no one in this classroom. I told you, don't call me a new member. I'm just a member. Is the shirt on the screen? I'm a member. You can't see it. I'm a member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Alright, we've got the dark-haired one with the purple eyes. Girl number 1. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. I guess it defaults to being a boy, I guess. It didn't ask me, so I guess we're a boy. Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Corin, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. I need you guys to start picking your favorites, because I think we got to pick one of them. Oh, I see. I'm on girl number 1's face. I think I'll just go right here. That seems legit. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. Am I still on the boobs? I am. Okay, good. Humph. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. I'm doing like a Tim Rogers impression. I think is what I've decided. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Harem? We can try to harem. I don't know if we can harem. Send me your energy. Perhaps we can harem. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. Hold on. This is Natsuki. Always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Oh, Yuri. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. You can try. Okay, yeah. Suddenly Corin the first, yeah. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica. Is that right? That's right, says Monica. Hold on. Okay. Censored. It's great to see you again, Corin. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. What about anime high school Corindeeth the First? Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... you too, Monica. Come sit down, Corin. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. Oh, the first big decision of the game. Here, I'm going to put my... Well, no, I'm still going to cut off some text, probably. We can shrink down a little bit. I think we'll be smaller than the text box, or thereabout. You'll draw him for me? I just want to see what you come up with, Jasmine. I'm in favor of that. Also, let's move the chat just slightly up from the text, I think. Okay. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited, said Sayori. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Oh, I didn't even get a choice. I thought it was going to be a choice. Let's see, childhood friend or the weird girl? You always go weird girl. You always go weird girl. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Oh wait, hold on. Maybe were there video settings? So we want window, but it's just I was just wondering if we could zoom in anymore, or get a larger image. I don't have time for slow burn in my life, okay? Ooh, whoa. Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn out with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. So now she's the one, if you want a girl to cook for you, you gotta go Natsuki. And I don't see anybody voting in the chat yet. Thanks, Matt. Thanks for letting me know I can do it. Uwu. What do I consider slow burn? I don't know. I've never read any slow burn fan fiction, but like where you get a lot of you know, story before deciding that they're in love with each other. Well, you know, says Natsuki. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. Sayori, you are a mess. Get your shit together. The tall one for your vote? Okay. You know, as a grown-ass man, I feel odd, at least on camera, showing any affection towards any of these. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I haven't I heard this somewhere before? So Brianna forbade me from dating this one, I think. I think this is the one. 50,000 plus words, and they don't even consider the idea of a relationship with each other until at least chapter 20. Yikes. Yikes, dog. I'm in, you know, you gotta do the Hallmark formula. Let's be real. You gotta do the Hallmark formula where it's like they meet each other, it's awkward, they get mad at each other in the middle, and then like the last minute they kiss. Slow burn is when the author dies before the characters even go on a first date. Yikes, dog. Made them for you or anything? Natsuki continues. I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. But not for, you know, you, dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. I'm over that bullshit. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. Yeah, she's a tsundere. I know what's happening. I'm surprised they didn't actually write in Baka. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. I feel bad for these girls. They are just so thirsty right now. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? Says Yuri. I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not it. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know, I believe you. Oh, that's me. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member of any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Ah, well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods, in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to... like lit. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. You're thinking definitely Monica, Jasmine? I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. I just want to point this out. I haven't made a single decision yet. Right, everyone? Yeah. Not even like a surface level fake decision. We'll do our best. You know it. So we've got they all have like, all right, so Sayori and Monica have roughly the same color hair. Natsuki has pink hair, and Yuri's got this purple situation going on, which I think is really just like fancy black hair. It's like, you know, well, she's the only one that knows what she wants and goes for it. Yeah. Monica is the main character of her own visual novel, I think. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. I'm just saying, you know, I'm used to being able to choose a variety of hair colors, and so far we've got 2 hair colors with you know, slight changes to one of them. Variations on a theme. You know. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these 3. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining, though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. Yeah. So, Corin, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga, I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Got my choice of eye color, okay. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. She traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me, and telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally as impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. Go for Yuri. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. I gotta read some books to date this girl. I don't know. We've got 2 votes for Yuri. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I would have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. She's got a dark side. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Are we talking about the story we're doing right now? Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. Looks like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. And give that back. Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. I think Sayori's after Natsuki. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. The one true pairing. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometimes? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. Monica is the most adult. Sure. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. At Kakos Industries, I try to open up and show the readers the deepest reaches of my dick joke. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Nat and Yuri. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. From the deepest part of the balls, yeah. God, that's the dumbest thing I've ever written, and I just think it's funny. Alright. That way everyone is even. Yeah! Let's do it! Says Sayori. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Corin? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on. There's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. That's I don't know what you're getting at, Danimals. I still have other clubs to look at, and, anime. I lose my train of thoughts. All 4 girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought... Humph. Corin? You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Yes, I think we know that comedy is stored in the balls. Yikes. No, I don't know. I think that's you know, in a manner of speaking, rehashing a certain amount of women can't be funny, unless they have balls, I guess. In which case, yes, women can be funny. No, that's not okay. Comedy is not stored in the balls. Some of it is, though. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. It's just like, damn it, penis, why do you make me do things like this? Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Metaphorical balls, whether one has them physically or not. I don't know. Oh. Monica looks over at me once more. Corin, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna edit the stream details here. Let's see if I can. Nope, I'm not gonna edit that. Let's see. Can I switch this over to? No, I didn't want to go back. I want to. All right, edit, because we're doing gaming, y'all, and we're doing some Doki Dokis, but not Doki Doki Panic. Doki Doki Literature Club. Okay. Not made for kids. 100% not made for kids. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I gotta get the game window back open. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Corin, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! Go ahead and wet my whistle real quick. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 4 girls, Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Do we get to make decisions? It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member would like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Spacebar's not working. Okay, I gotta click. Gotta actually click. Okay, I'm gonna need some help. I don't know how many words I get to pick. I'm thinking graveyard marshmallow swimsuit. The school only has one jacket size, yeah. Datebayo, I don't know what that means. Fantasy horror poem. We're going graveyard. Oh, I didn't get to pick the rest of them. Graveyard Valentine. Oh man, it would really help if the stream didn't crash and now we're on a much higher latency. All right, second word. Yeah, well, we have to do one page at a time, so you gotta pick scars. We're not doing graveyard scars. Okay, we gotta do a graveyard Valentine. I'm feeling a little bit. Pure graveyard. Alone. We're not doing alone. Hurts. Graveyard alone. Alright, 2 votes for Valentine. I'm calling it. Oh, I think we know which one we gotta go with here, but I'll let you guys catch up for a few seconds. We did Valentine. We did Valentine. You gotta be really fast with these suggestions, though, because I've probably moved on. I don't know which words go with which girl. But we're doing lust. Yep, 2 votes for lust. I'm calling it. Alright, 420. We're on page 420. Sparkle, variance, disown, afterimage, depression, horror, uncanny, fireflies, infinite, or anime. Oh, the girls will jump if they like the word? But only after I've clicked on it, right? Uncanny. I'm alright with uncanny. Also, where's the other one? Where's Monica in here, huh? Depressy, sad horror words for Yuri. Alright. I think I saw... No, alright, I gotta do a tiebreaker here. We got horror and uncanny. Go horror. Alright. I see. She's jumping over here. Unrequited, cage, forgive, disarray, nightgown, sticky, spinning, vitality, twirl, and rain cloud. Nightgown might be kind of interesting. I just want to keep picking dumb ones. Vitality or unrequited, disarray. Is this supposed to be easy? I don't know. Pick some words. Pick some words. We got cage and rain cloud. I need just one more person to say something. Sticky. All right. Well, we need a tiebreaker. Come on. Cutesy, lovely words for Natsuki. We're not going for Natsuki. She's but a babe. She's not old enough in high school for us to consider her. Alright, sticky. We're doing sticky. Oh, she liked that one though. Dang. Alright, we got unstable treasure, rainbow, question, special, happiness, philosophy, disaster, entropy, and kiss. Let's do disaster. We're pretty much defaulting to Yuri here. Lucky, headphones, playground, socks, chocolate, warm, pleasure, romance, friends, bouncy. I don't know which of these to pick now. Which of these are dark? Maybe chocolate? Not bouncy, not headphones, not friends, not playground. Like this latency voting method. Yeah, it's rough. It's rough having to wait. I set it up so that we'd have no latency, and then the stream crashed, and then it's like, yo. I tried to do this right. Alright, pleasure it is. Oh, she did like that one. She did like that one. We can only pick one. We can only pick one per page. Flee, blanket, lipstick, effulgent, parfait, embrace, tears, calm, agonizing childhood. We're going agonizing. That's it. I've decided. We're going for the smart shy one. I don't know. You know, Monica's not an option, and the only other votes were for Yuri. So, cute, wonderful, universe, lollipop, bliss, pout, sadness, peaceful, milk, and destiny. How about? Oh, you guys are so far behind. You're just now voting on ones I already clicked on. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's see, where is the stream at? If I open... Oh, no, not mail. Go away, mail. Please stop. Please go away. Okay. Let's see, the stream is... Alright, you're on the right words now. Universe or sadness? Let's do universe. Uncontrollable, unending, vivacious, vertigo, hopeless, papa, giggle, passion, charm, and infallible. Future's alright. Every day's better than the next. In the words of Matt Brayman. Hopeless. Uncontrollable. How about unending? Do we want unending? Just, I feel like Goth Babe is the one we've got to worry about. Are we able to save Goth Babe? I'm not sure. You want Papa? You want Papa? Vertigo. Oh yeah, Vertigo's on here. All right, whatever. We'll do Lamau Papa. All right, we're doing Papa. Oh no! Oh no! I don't know how many points we need to get to like impress the person. All right, vanilla. Anger, heartbeat, promise, vanilla, marriage, misery, awesome, peace, insight, or landscape. Don't worry about saving her. Okay. Heartbeats, anger, promise, vanilla, marriage, misery, awesome, peace, landscape. I think we gotta go with vanilla. Okay. Alright. Misery. Oh no, that was for her? Misery went for childhood friend? Should have gone with vanilla. Alright, how about memories? No, damn it. Summer, defeat, raindrops, jumpy, color, tenacious, doki doki, breathe, nature, dazzle. I want to hear the poem with doki doki in it though. But how about raindrops? There we go. We're back in goth territory. We went with the goth dad. We're going with goth. So it's not the goth one. We have to worry about our childhood friend who's going to be very disappointed. How much is it gonna hurt when we get there? How much is it gonna hurt? And how long until we get there? Anyway, or do we just go for the childhood friend to try to just like sacrifice ourselves to save her? Intellectual. Yeah, that's the one. Ribbon, vivid, sweet, explode imagination, existence, boop, poof, shiny, suicide. Oh my god, it's gonna spoil it if I click on this one, isn't it? It only hurts as much as you invest in these characters. I'm doing this one because I'm curious to see which one of them bounces. Okay. Well. And don't worry about saving people. Yeah, it's probably impossible, right? Misfortune. Incongruent. Unrestrained. Yeah, we didn't do boop, I'm sorry. We had to click on suicide. My apologies. Misfortune. Oh, no. Wow. Wow, misfortune was the wrong one. Anxiety. Ooh, who's gonna get anxiety? Heaven sent. Fun. Wrath. Portrait analysis. Grief. Adventure. Fantasy. Climax. Ooh. Between anxiety and climax, I mean, that's like 90% of my life, am I right? I want some feedback on this one before we move on. So I gotta wait. I'm sorry I didn't select boop. Unrestrained. Oh, unrestrained is gone already. Gosh dang it. Like, you guys gotta really just, as soon as you see those words on screen, pick one. Alright, I see one climax. We're doing it. That was also her. Okay. A tone, beauty, journey together. I already picked climax, I'm sorry. Electricity, dream, together. Pink, music, flowered, beauty. I don't know, I think we... Alright, it's like the minute you see them come up on screen, you gotta say something. A tone. Okay, we got her. I can't believe you didn't select boop. I can't believe you've done this. Alright. Now we've got fear, sunny, laugh, frightening, starscape, sunset, essence, games, email, fluffy. I'm leaning towards email. And I just have to wait 15 seconds. If you guys have some good questions or whatever, I can try to address them in the middle. Fear or frightening. Those are very similar, and we gotta vote for each one. Fear it is. Alright. Shame, party, time, inferno, pain, silly, lazy, incapable, amazing, holiday. How about inferno? Alright, pain it is. Hi again, Corin. Glad to see you didn't run away on us, haha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Corin. You got it, Yuri. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Can I at least just once have like a story like this, but it's grad school instead of like instead of high school? I'm just calling out Metal Gear Solid 3 boss titles now. The Fear, the Pain, the Sorrow, Psycho Mantis. Or that's number 4, isn't it? Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. I'll just tell myself it's grad school. Because I could plausibly be in grad school. I could not plausibly be in high school. Oh, maybe Psychomantis is number 1. And potentially number 5, depending on how you view your Metal Gear trivia. Natsuki finds yourself stuck between saying Monika and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Yeah, I think he does do the controller swap, actually. I saw that you said that. I've only played Metal Gear Solid 5. I've just watched really deep dives on it for Let's Plays. I had no interest in Metal Gear until then, and I don't know, I got into it. Don't worry, guys. Korin always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with his busy work without me even asking. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room, sorting my underwear. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting, and you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? Might be a little jealous. How come? You and Korin can become good friends too, said Sayori. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put us into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori? Me? Not really. God, the thirst is so real. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. If it'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I will make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I don't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you, I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monika to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monika are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah, crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. They're all gonna die, aren't they? Like, every single one. Like, it's just the game is working so hard to endear all of the characters to us. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place, but I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book that you gave me, right? Uh-huh. I wanted to reread some of it, not for any particular reason. Just curious how you came to have 2 copies of the same book? Ah, well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about, anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. Bubba says, yeah, so they all die. Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. All right. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister, but as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison, and while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Ha-ha! Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Corin? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Yuri's that closeted kind of kinky. Possibly. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people, so I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange, and please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Oh, it's Corin. You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieve the book that I put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here. I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open up the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry, I mean... Ahaha. This should work, right? I slide to my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Oh my god, they're reading together. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Oh, we get a picture. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. What if our desks touched? Yeah. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. I mean, I feel kind of bad because quarantine's got me like, this is doing something. Their desks touch. Alright, back to the smut. We're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. I do appreciate that they haven't done a whole lot of objectification yet, so it's very much a, you know, the warmth of Yuri's face is not just like her boobs are almost touching my arm or something, which is, I feel like, what a lot of this would do, and this being a satire on those other ones. I don't know. Quarantine have us all some kind of way regarding closeness. Yup. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. It was the heat coming off of your face. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. So did we get this scene because we picked enough of her buzzwords in the last thing? In the last thing? I mean, I assume that's why it's happening. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. Touching desks is a slippery slope to accidentally bumping hands. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she... Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. But she also second-guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like, she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Half of this song, I keep getting pulled out into this song that's playing right now because half of it is like the Saria's song, right, in Ocarina of Time. There's a part of it that's very reminiscent of that. Anyway, Yuri remains silent for a moment. But Corin, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. Ugh, that's so embarrassing that you think that. Well, wait! I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. We're gonna. I can. It's getting too warm in this room. You need to get the fuck out. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that all right, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. All right. I stand up. I would probably read more books in my life if it meant, like, I could flirt more effectively. Like, if reading books got you chicks, guys, fellas, do you ever read books to get chicks? I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and then slip it back into my bag. Ugh, homework. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Well, I wrote down 20 words. Yeah, my relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. Couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait, says Sayori. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I'd read more books if I could sit romantically next to an anime girl. Like, or just like a person, like a human person. I don't know. I'm good at homework. You know what I mean? Like, I could... I can do homework. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? I don't know, well... We think Yuri's gonna like it a lot, but I don't know what the order has to do with anything. Yuri or Monica? Yuri, it's all for her. Oh, but you both know what's up. All right, whatever. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion, to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Huh? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. Ooh, he's going to hate me? You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. You're just a little thirsty, and, I can help with that. All of these characters are at least 18 years of age. Here's the thing. Even them being 18 would still be creepy for me. They've all been held back 6 times in high school, and they're in their 20s. Which still might be too young. Oh, okay. So we're all kind of experiencing this from a similar standpoint. Okay. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphor indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Oh, really? Wow, it's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. Like, she just thought she's just making shit up. Whatever. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. She doesn't like the poem because I didn't use boop. You're right. You're right, Jacoby Cantrell. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure. Oh, she's even got the red eye makeup. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself or to me or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Oh boy. Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Oh, jeez. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Huh? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Corin. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. It's a lot more solemn putting it that way. Hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Yours is impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. Flirt tip number 1, compliment their handwriting. It is impossible for anybody to compliment my handwriting. You think so? Yeah, of course. I don't have to do any of the flirting. Like, it doesn't make me pick any options. The main character is just smooth as hell. Or at least trying to be. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep doing my best for you, Corin. Okay. That's a weird thing. I mean, I assume this game was written in English. I don't think it's from Japanese makers, is it? But, the like, I'll do my best for you phrase pops up a lot in anime. Anyway. Me too. Alright, who's next? Let's do Moni. Hi, Corin. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Corin. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Corin. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know what Yuri likes this kind... You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism, unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. This club should have a shareholders' ball, probably. I never really asked, though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. How many hours is this game? I'm just trying to decide where to break this off. How long to beat Doki Literature Club? Main plus extras 5.5 hours. Completionist 7 hours. Four hours main story. So maybe we'll get to the 2-hour mark and then think about stopping. We'll do 2.5 hours. We got a little bit of time left. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? Alright, so Monica is actually like a mouse inside of a mech. I see. Well, let's read it then. Oh, and I got a scroll bar. See, can I do the same voice again? Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know I wasn't home. Oops. Fuck. Hold on, it's still up on the stream screen. It's still up on the stream screen. Can I... fuck, I can't... Hold on. Let me, how do I make this bigger? Because I can't read the handwriting. Alright, full screen for a second. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left in the sun, but it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright, it was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. Let's see, can I get it to show me the rest of the... I accidentally clicked away. Come on, show me the friggin' poem again. Okay, get ready to pause when I scroll down. Oh no, that was the whole thing, wasn't it? That's the whole thing. Okay, cool. It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Let's see, history. Nope, no poem in here. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, we're going to show the poem to Natsuki. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It's just it just didn't invoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes. No, do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Sigh. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of the poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Can I just go home? This is a good poem, Corin. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course, it's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. Just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course, Not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Corin. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all, Yeah? And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Myrna's D&D is over. Well, welcome. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Everyone has said that. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleep from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No? Just a little bit? You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? Sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast! Even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. So, Myrna, I don't know if you know anything about this game and anybody else who's come in, but there are some content warnings for self-harm and stuff and such, so just keep that in mind, I guess. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time I won't forget, and I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Phew. I guess that's everyone. Glance around the room. Myrna knows this game well. Okay. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. We've been going with Yuri so far. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Oh yeah, they hate each other. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? Vote harem. Well, we'll do our best. It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Your friend wanted Monica right from the beginning, and in a way you can say he got what he wanted. Yeah, well... I think I know where this is heading. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Corin did too, so based on that I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Korin liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, as the music drops out. I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. It's not what... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Korin appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ooh! Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Korin started showing up. Now we're getting into objectification. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, you guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Korin, she's trying to make me look bad. It's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. It's like an artificial problem I have to solve now, right? What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me to explain that to her, Korin. Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Korin? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Alright, everyone, what are we doing? I'm leaning towards help me, Sayori. Because if we're ever gonna harem, we can't start taking sides, you know what I mean? Stay with Yuri. Yuri. I mean, can we harem with just the other three? I mean, Yuri, just not the freshman. Like, have you seen a freshman recently? They're children. I don't understand. I don't understand what the stories see there. Screw the harem, we have two hands and they're both for Yuri. Alright. Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait, that's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. It's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri, you're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, but here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. Man, we ended up doing both anyway. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that I'm sorry. Ooh. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt... this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? It's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said things you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped at this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sayori, she doesn't need to... You know what? I'm gonna do that. Now, spare me from having to look at all of your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem up from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Natsuki. She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. You need to know how these jackets work? Well, when the students start at this school, they have the length of their torso measured and the volume of their breasts. And make sure that it, fits right. Make sure that the boob cup in the jacket is the right size. Look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Sigh. Everything all right? I'm so embarrassed. Sisterhood of the Traveling Prep School Jacket. It's like electrons. There's only one, and it's just traveling forward and backward in time a bunch. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Corin, you're too kind. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now. Tiggle bitties, yeah. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, I would never do anything so shameful. So, what thing did Natsuki say? Well, never mind that. I'm going to go make some tea. Ah, good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? A wink. Yeah. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? Some real badonkers. For anime, these boobs are tame. These are if these were the boobs in a video game, people would complain. I mean, I guess they are the boobs in a video game, but I mean, then again, if you turned Monica around backwards, you would still see her boobs from behind her. The way that they seem to stick out. so they're probably whatever. These are tasteful titties. Tasteful anime titties, let's be real. Also, if you're not subscribed to r/anime_titties, then you're just not getting your world news anymore. If anybody's on Reddit and knows that that's one of the world news subreddits. It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Corin, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Oh boy. And maybe you learn something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Corin, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. Can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? Between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. Why does everyone keep asking me that? I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. Corin, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. Sigh. Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulders. That said, I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah. Let's do this. Alright. We had a lot of votes for Waterfall last time. We have Lust in here also. But we had some votes for Waterfall, so I'm doing Waterfall. Alright, make your selections now on this one. Like right now. And your time's up. I gotta wait. Yeah, and we still don't have we still don't have Monica, so that probably means something. Alright, I gotta decide soon. Let's see, where's the stream? Oh my god, the stream is still back there? Oh my god, you guys. Oh wait, hold on, no, that's because my thing is behind. Okay. No one voted, lol. Okay, yeah, Tragedy. Oh, why did we... What? Okay. Alright. Dazzle, Philosophy, Nightgown, Lucky, Marriage, Vertigo, Hopeless, Peace, Summer, Analysis. Go ahead and make your selections now. Right this second. Thinking Philosophy this time. That's fair. Analysis. Okay. Captive, Sing, Variance, Shopping, Shiny, Playground, Hope, Dream, Unending, and Flee. Make your decisions now. And... time's up. Captive, Sing, Variance, Shopping, Shiny, Playground, Hope, Dream. Yeah, let me see if I can put the stream in the corner so I at least know when it's being displayed to you. No, don't full screen. Windows behave. Windows behave. Alright. Captive Variance. I mean, you're just giving me all the Yuri answers, aren't you? we got to do boop. I'm sorry. All right, we did boop. Whirlwind, Romance, Cheeks, Insight, Together, Email, Pain, Wonderful, Spinning, Sugar. Make your decisions now, and you're out of time. Insight, okay, sure. Are we trying to max out are we trying to max out Yuri on a single poem? Is that what we're after? Cuz I picked Boop because I had to. Unrestrained in Universe, I'm assuming, cuz Agonizing was our childhood friend. Oh, fine. I was just trying to leave it up to you guys to have fun. I don't know if I need the, well, whatever. Because, I mean, I could just look up a list of Yuri's words and just click them. Because we don't have a choice of trying to flirt with, Monica. Landscape's not on here. Anxiety? She did like that one. I'm gonna guess rain cloud. You're not quite caught up yet. You're not quite caught up yet. Now you're caught up. Which one's it gonna be? Extreme. I'm just gonna go with the first one I see, so it's a race now. And I'm sorry, anybody who's using a touchscreen. You know, I had this set up to be like, you know, so you guys could like could play along and that we wouldn't have this huge gap, but like then the stream was all like, what if I died and you had to start over, and it was like tragic for all of us. All right. Frightening. I might just do these. How about covet? She liked that. Okay, we know suicide was one of them, but let's go with contamination. Okay, how about infallible? She likes these $5 words. Determination. Extraordinary. No, graveyard. We'll do graveyard. Melancholy. I wanted to do swimsuit the first time, but about massacre. Incongruent. Starscape. I don't know about this one. Let's see. Alright, you guys are on this one now, so... Now, see, empty is the other one. I knew that, but I clicked on it anyway. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Corin. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. Just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets contents spill on the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. Ah ha ha ha! I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How'd you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you planned to conveniently forget that you spent all of your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so, that only leaves one option. Wah, I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. And Yuri's like, no, you can feel guilt when you don't deserve it. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. Wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Korn to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. Yuri's about to recommend Atlas Shrugged, and I'm not about it. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. Yuri's got a little bit of Dom in her, I think. I got too absorbed into my book. Ooh. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. Sayori is, yeah, she's a sub. I don't know anything about these relationships. I'm very much alone. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the retribution. That, still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside of all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me into the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Whap. Kya! Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow. What was... a cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution? Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. Ahahaha. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Ahaha. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Geez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a bite. So good. Oomph. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Oh man, fellas, you ever gone through a lot over just one cookie? Waka waka. Natsuki takes a bite out of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers, but yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki and then wraps her arms around her. The one true pairing, Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leads down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Oh man, just leaning down and taking a bite out of another girl's cookie. It's just, I knew someone who used cookie as a euphemism, and I've never forgotten it. Hey, did you seriously just do that? Uh-huh. Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Geez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori... Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. She's dead. She's fucking dead. Of course she's okay. She's probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Sayori says. Excuse me. Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all? You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Boyfriend? Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. I thought she was going to say something about her period. Like, I had to take care of a thing, alright? Just leave me the fuck alone. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring, at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. God damn, Monica. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little better, I will. Yay! That sounds so cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Corin. Monica smiles sweetly as she bends over in the breeze. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Hey, Yuri. I suddenly noticed that Yuri is reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Hey, the background music is piano, do you think? No, it couldn't be. Come on, stop with the spoilers. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. No. I was kind of just waiting for you. If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. There's one thing that can make my reading time here any better. It's a nice cup of tea, not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk and then we'll go get some water. She walks past me. Oh, if that's a spoiler you didn't know. Okay. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms, especially because of her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? Yuri was going to make some tea, so I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That kind of a one-person job, isn't it? That's... Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Corin in club activities? My mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, Corin. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri, something about the way she said that made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri, I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Corin, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions, and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Corin, I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you, too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, yeah? Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Shrimp and pasta. I can't eat shrimp. Corin, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Are you trying to burn the tea? Wait, hold on. No, that might be right. That might be right. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. Man, they have had just like the weirdest vocalizations in this game. The way they spell them. Like the ooh, like I don't know what they're supposed to sound like. Anyway. In that case, you'll only be more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed? I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a bit more. Turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyway. We've known each other for 3 days. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Corin. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Corin, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why is that? It's a little bit easier on my back. God, sitting on the floor is the fucking worst for my back, but anyway. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. Well, it's most likely because your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading. Yes, it's not my anime titties. I have terrible reading posture, so that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieved the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Commenting in the chat only, titty. Thanks, Bubba. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri sides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus, because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. Titty too big for back, yeah. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay, I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages. You're right. Fellas, you ever gotten chocolate smudges on a book? I'm pretty sure, like, Harry Potter 4, I got some chocolate on. I don't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Is he gonna feed her chocolate? God damn you guys, I'm not sure. I'm not sure I can handle that. Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it, but as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. I hope that she doesn't brush against my erection. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate, and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Corin. Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. That's... Well, if you were just helping, that's something that friends do, right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah. That's all it was. Yeah. Then you don't need to stop or anything. I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell just by her expression that even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling in the rhythm of her... to the rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Okay, everyone, goddamn. Oh, that startled me. Oh my god. Monica's a monster, right? That's what we're actually going to learn, or is Monica like some metagame? Like Monica's not actually in the literature club. Monica's like actually after me as the player or something like that. Ooh, Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Corin, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. Spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. They should frick. Monica's Monica. Yeah, right. Okay. I didn't realize I was playing a spooky game, alright? It's not even October yet. Okay, we're going to Yuri. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Corin, this one might even be better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine. Take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I peed a little when I read this. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah. Just being appreciated like this, I guess. Probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you.
The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. Enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom, the bread my hungry curiosity, the raccoon an urge.
Oh, she's got some murder in her.
The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife, the very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited, or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon is taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again.
I'm not sure that's a poem. I think that's a journal entry out of Dracula. What do you mean it's not spooky? Myrna, you're messing with me. It was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. She's gonna kill the fucking raccoon, bruh. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I want to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing, and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Corin? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. She's like a proto-serial killer. Is that what we're getting at? The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Yeah, don't do any spoilers. Just don't do any spoilers. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities, even if it's difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening. There really aren't many people like you, Corin. That's exaggerating a little bit. It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing. But now I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling. And you're to thank for that. It's nothing really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For just a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. Well, you bought a pack of mochi, so you can eat like one of them, right? Okay. Let's go Monica. We're going same order. That's what I think. Hi again, Corin. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going to be bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I'm more scared of Monica than the others. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright, this one's good. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? Once it's open, you gotta eat them all? Okay, well, do it. I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside her. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers. Murder, mostly. I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. I just meant that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But still, defending her like that. You must be pretty into her. You completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. Monica's just trying to fuck me up here. Wait, really? Yeah, a fictional one anyway. Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. It's just a hunch, but well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Oh, well, I know. I was just saying. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveform, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing vinyl on a pizza crust, an endless... like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Oh no. Save me. Oh, and load me. Oh. Alright, gang. Do we keep going, or do we save and load? I'm scared now. I don't know, Myrna, I don't know what you're responding to specifically. Trauma time? Okay, good. Alright, we'll do it. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? Did it happen? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. Did I do it right? I don't know if I did it right. No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. Kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind. Oh, okay, I see. Or when something unexpected may happen. Oh boy. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Oh my god. Ugh. I'm too easily spooked, everybody. So I had to save my game because I'm about to do something that's gonna fuck stuff up. Because they're gonna get in fights again. I liked your last one better. Really? Well, yeah, I can tell you were a little more daring with this one, but you're really not good enough for that yet. It fell flat. That may be true, but I just want to try something different. I'm still figuring all this out. I mean, I always like poems that aren't trying too hard. I hate when people try to sound fancy or add more meaning just by using annoying and complicated language. Conrad is shooketh, yeah. Just make it simple, cute, and to the point. Yuri's head over heels for all this cryptic nonsense, but I see right through that BS. Ha! Making your reader look so hard for all this deep meaning is just an excuse to have no meaning at all. I guess that's one way to look at it. Well, everyone has their own opinion. But my opinion is the best opinion. I'm sure you figured that out already. Anyway, here's my poem. Maybe you'll learn something. Oh my god.
Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. This sounds like a Tom Waits song. You know what I heard about Amy? Oh my god. Oh, some of the things you guys say don't show up in my chat here on because someone said, oh, you know what it is. If I'm spooked already, dude, Amy seems fucking chill. I think it's probably just the ones because I'm not like logged in here. Let's see if I can log in. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I don't know if, well, I don't, yeah, anyway. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies, and it helps people to realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk.
Do you know people like that? Of course. It's about how everyone thinks That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out they'd make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Huh, that's funny. Yuri wrote about something similar today. Huh? Did you say Yuri? Yeah. She said her poem was about an unusual hobby of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things. Really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt that she has some weird hobbies. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's not like I would judge her or anything. Natsuki has trouble finding her words. I guess I should try not to be so mean to her. She feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff. I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure. And Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. But the way you put it, it sounds like she learned her lesson. Well, I would say so. Even if her writing style is really different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow, too, so look forward to it. Okay, Sayori is going to die. Ooh, I like this one, Corin. It has some nice feeling in it. Ah, I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's? Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both. Uncritical Sayori. That's not very helpful, you know. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Ugh. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? Oh, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right? But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad. I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug and make a nice happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Corin. I should go write that down then. Tilda. You can read my poem now, okay? Okay. Oh my god, Jesus. Oh boy. Everybody. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all of my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all of the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies, digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. Doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up, and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them off the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each each and every friend, each and every bottle, but every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something, but all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Y'all... Holy crap. Sire, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? Yeah, but... I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Ah, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Okay, everyone, we're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Oh boy. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Ah, sorry, I thought you'd heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica. Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it all on the posters, in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? Are you motherfucking kidding me right now, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys. No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that, so I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you in here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. All right. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. Sigh. I guess I don't really have a choice. Aha, that's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way. Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Aha, of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. Oh my god. Title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Aha, thank you very much. I'm not sure I can get this music stuck in my head. It's a little too, it's not sticking in my short-term memory, I don't think. Aha, thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Wow, Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. Oh, I thought that was the title of the poem. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she's bewildered, even herself, Mom Spaghetti. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks up to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Ahahaha. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori, it's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice is made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Korin liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? Came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fit you really nicely. But it might be that the other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. Then next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Korin. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Korin lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Damn! Natsuki. It's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah. I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Hello, Lord Bana. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again. Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, we're friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. That's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. Might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Geez, I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. Makes me really happy. Oh yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Hehehe. Geez, guys, don't make such a big deal out of it. Must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Korin, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. ... Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... Sayori fumbles with her words. Well, it's not quite Monday for me yet. Bubba. So let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Okay. Save. Load. Well, I maybe just return. Is this, well, is it like one of them dies? I don't know. I'm really fascinated with this game. I'm not sure how much more I want to play. Okay, alright. Walking home with Yuri, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down, so... Isn't she so beautiful and smart? That has nothing to do with what I just said. You admitted it. Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe, but I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know? Need you? Sayori? Can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry. Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. If you say so. Conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. I can't just lie to her. But if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Oh boy. Okay. Let's see here. How am I feeling? Because it's 11:30. We're almost up to 3 hours on this stream, which is, there was another stream for, I don't know, what, an hour, 45 minutes, but... let's see. I definitely need to take a break. Let me take a break real quick and I'm going to decide if we're going to play anymore. Okay, I'll be right back. Alright, I left you unattended. I left you all unattended for long enough. Alright, why don't we can just give it like another half hour. And then I gotta stop. I might play The Witcher later if you want to follow me over on twitch.tv/streamratty. But we'll go a little bit longer because I want to get to at least the beginning of where this starts to get interesting. Okay, so are we going straight Yuri words again? Conrad, that's what they all say. We're doing half an hour. Well, at some point I gotta like cook food and I gotta go run on my elliptical, but... And then I cancel The Witcher and become a Doki streamer. Well, how much could I even play this game before I've done everything, you know? Oh, that was the wrong one. Sensation. Melancholy. Uncontrollable. Starscape. Existence. Judgment. Rain oh, wrong one. Alright, whatever. No. Blath, why? Oops. Crimson. Heartbeat. Oops, wrong. Horror. Raindrops. Intellectual. Like, this is most of the gameplay right here, isn't it? Extreme. Graveyard. Whirlwind. Oh, man. I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. Haha. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. Ah, I can't wait for the festival. Right, yeah, but Super Mario 64 and Breath of the Wild are way deeper in terms of gameplay than this is. I mean, it's like apples and oranges. I mean, I feel like you can be a visual novel streamer, but I'm not sure you can just, like, how long is the speed run of this game? Like, as fast as you can click? I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. Sound like a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people? I didn't say I didn't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monica. That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Was this game Japanese before to start with? I don't think it... I mean, it didn't even ask me what language I wanted to download. Uh, 96% of people liked this video game. I mean, it was originally published on itch.io, which I think is where I got it. Skipping the plot and the endings. Yeah, it's an American programmer. I don't know. Yeah. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Fine, fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me? Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. You're spacing out again. Yeah, sorry, don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything alright? Oh, of course. Why wouldn't it be? Just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Geez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright, if you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back towards everyone else. But the conversation is already dispersed with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk. Corin, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a little downcast today. Oh, you think so? Can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Just... Maybe there's something on her mind, but I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Corin. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time, when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No. It's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Corin. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know. She's been so much happier ever since you joined the club. False. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it always has been. You're so funny, Corin. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful because that's just how she is when she's around you? Oh, fuck. I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to forget her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet I can't hear it from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary, but there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book, but she looks away just as quickly, with a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in the one next to her own. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't even do anything. But I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How are you even able to tell I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot, so it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves, but if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I'd be glad to listen. It's really not that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seems a little off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh? That's quite romantic. Sorry. I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not that, I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have just been friends for a long time, that's all. Ah, I see. Then perhaps it is unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. Corin, the world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight, and there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. Ah, so you think there might be something behind it after all? I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on inside her head, and she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today too, and I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves, and you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. That is, I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. That's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah, I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything's back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Who should I show my poem to first? I don't know. Do we go Sayori? Or does it matter? Do we have any opinions in the chat? Are you guys still there? Up to me. Smiley face. Oh, good news. Sorry, was earring. Monica, probably. Alright, whatever. Hi, Corin. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. Whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Aha. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. Let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. Your style's gotten so refined, Corin. Yuri's been teaching you a lot of things, hasn't she? Well, I guess so. I've been noticing how much time you spend with her. I think I've heard her say more words these past couple days than she's talked in the whole year. Not sure how you did it, but that's pretty impressive. Well, she just needs some patience and a way to talk about all the things in her head, I guess. I'm still getting the hang of it myself. You're certainly putting in a lot of efforts. You must really like her. That's... Aha! It's awfully suspicious, you know, spending time with her in the clubroom every day, reading that edgy novel with her. Well, I just feel bad that she has a hard time socializing. Every time a woman's like, so why are you spending time with that other woman? He's like, because I feel sorry for her. Like, I don't know if it's supposed to be written this way, but that's you know, that's definitely how you talk when you're still trying to keep something open with somebody else also. That's a little fucked up. It makes me want to make sure she doesn't spend all of her time alone. Besides, the novel isn't too bad either, you know. Alright, I get you. Just be careful, alright? I know that Yuri isn't used to opening herself up, so if something bad happens while she's vulnerable, then it could be really hard for her. Corin, I just want you to know that every woman in this room is incredibly fragile. they're a hair's breadth from self-destruction, so... Yeah, I have sad puppy syndrome. I see someone I feel bad for and I need to make them happy. But it's just like, I don't know. I mean, it's a way of avoiding it, like saying like, oh, I just feel sorry for them or whatever. But like that's bad. But it's also like, you know, you say shit like that when you're, you know, if the second girl you're interested in is like, hey, you spend a lot of time with that person, and be like, oh yeah, it's no big deal, don't worry, it's so what's up with you right now? What's going on? Can I change the subject? Like, I'm just trying to see which one of these works out, you know? Either one of you could get mad at me any day now. Her books aren't a total escape from reality. They're just a bandage. You say that like I'm going to hurt her. Sorry, I didn't mean that. If anything, she might accidentally hurt herself. Yikes. I'm the Patch Adams of anime girl harem VN. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. It's gonna be fucking weird. Oh, it's gonna creep me out, isn't it? Yeah, just be Polly. That's, you know, who's Polly in high school? I mean, probably a lot of people now, but we didn't know what that was when I was in high school, okay? I mean, well, anyway. The lady who knows everything. An old tell tales of a lady who wanders earth, lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift in the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. Until one day the wind ceases to blow, I fall, and I fall and fall and fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. What are clicks but tutorial polycules? I don't know. I mean, I know at some schools people are a bit more forward and are a bit more either mature or at least pretending to be mature, so they do a lot more than my school did. But tutorial polycules. Man, like most of my friends from, well, I guess most of my friends in general have always been women, but in my high school they were all girls, so, well, I guess not so much in high school, middle school more, but, yeah. We could have been a polycule. All of you, successful and happy women who are off in, completely other, fields of the world. I don't know. If only you could have Jesus. my part of my sense of humor is some really ugly, stupid shit, and I'm just not sure if it comes across as just like sad or if it comes across as a joke, when really it's supposed to be both. Okay, well, you know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sort of things that give life extra meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical, because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. It comes across as both. Yeah. Are you surprised? Is a comet someone who ends up in multiple people's orbits or multiple groups' orbits? I like to think that all the jocks spent time caring for each other in that sport locker room. My high school didn't have sports, if that tells you anything. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Yeah, that. See, they're two-dimensional. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid that it's not good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, alright. Let's do Sayori. Let's see how she's doing. It's nice, I guess. Come on, I can already tell you don't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably Yuri. You didn't write this for anyone specifically. Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Corin. Sayori, is there something wrong? Huh? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today. Alright, just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now. If you insist. Yay. I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. No. Okay, cool. Sayori? Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom humming to herself. Bye. Goodbye forever. Corin, your writing has only improved in these last few days. I know I've only known you for 4 days, but your writing has gotten so much better. Every poem you've shown me has been nothing short of spectacular. I can really feel the emotions. I'm a little envious even. I don't think it ever came to me this naturally. Yuri, that's the wrong way to put it. This never did come naturally to me, but I've been able to improve so much thanks to you. You're really the example I was chasing after. Is that so? Yuri gently smiles to herself. This feeling, I'm so glad I got the chance to share my writing. I never thought it would feel like this. I remember you mentioning that yesterday. I can't believe that you're so good at something and you've never even shared it with anybody. It's kind of a shame. Maybe, but it's not like I really had a choice. What do you mean? Well, Yuri smiles sadly. Corin, during lunchtime I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it anyway. But books are so full of amazing and inspiring people you want to fall in love with, or people you just know would make a really good friend. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face. Or deep thinkers and problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day. You know? And those friends don't laugh at me. They don't tease me for spacing out all the time. They don't make fun of my body type. Okay. And they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all. People say that about you? I'm not a know-it-all, Corin. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings, and all I can do with them is read and write, but it wasn't until now I started sharing it with you that I really understood what I was missing all this time. But I haven't really done anything. No? That's wrong. Just being patient and respectful, that's really important to me. I know I'm a difficult person, Corin. I speak too slowly. I second-guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things. But every time, you've always treated me just like anyone else. It's so rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. But that's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy. I see. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. And if other people don't see it that way, then screw them. I mean, I joined this club hoping I would make friends, and I would say that I've had at least one success. Wouldn't you? If you put it that way, yeah. We really are friends now, aren't we? Yuri puts her head in her hands, but this time she's smiling as she does it. I look over at the chat and I see, how about a Picard Vash Q triad? I'm trying to remember which one Vash is. I have watched this show, I'm blanking for some reason. Do you want to show me your poem? Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you.
Ghost Under the Light Part 2. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing in the distance, a blue-green light flickers. A lone figure crosses its path, a silhouette obstructing the eerie glow. My heart pounds. The silhouette grows closer, closer. I open my umbrella, casting a shadow to shield me from visibility, but I am too late. He steps into the streetlight. I gasp and drop my umbrella. The light flickers, my heart pounds. He raises his arm. Time stops. The only indication of movement is the amber light flickering against his outstretched arm. The flickering light is in rhythm with the pounding of my heart, teasing me for succumbing to his forbidden emotion. Have you ever heard of a ghost feeling warmth before? Giving up on understanding, I laugh. Understanding is overrated. I touch his hand. The flickering stops. Ghosts are blue-green. My heart is amber. Welp. Finishing the poem, I start to hand it back to Yuri, but instead of taking it from me, she looks away. Do you dislike it? No, of course not. I just don't really know how I should respond. Despite Yuri's poems usually being cryptic, it wasn't hard to figure out what this one was about. I don't know if I'll be able to explain this one. That's fine. I understand this one. Yuri's having an even harder time speaking than usual. Does this one mean a lot to you? Yuri nods. I'm not really good with words, but I'm happy that you shared it with me. So, thank you. And I hope we keep spending time together. Despite my inability to make eye contact, I see a faint smile emerge on Yuri's lips. I once again try to hand the poem back to her, but instead Yuri gently takes my hands and pushes them back towards me. I hesitate in response to her warm touch. The poem is... Once again, Yuri fails to form a complete sentence. You mean I can keep it? Yuri nods. I'd love to.
Again, Yuri faintly smiles, as if she doesn't want me to notice. You always make me feel nice. I know I'm not good with people, but I hope that I can return the favor sometimes. Yeah. Don't worry. I think you do a good job. Yuri finally turns back towards me. I guess we should move on before Monica says something. But I'm sure we can talk again later. Yeah, I'm sure we will. With that, Yuri timidly smiles at me and I return to my seat so I can put her poem away. Who should I show my poem to next? The only one left, I guess. Meh, I guess you really haven't learned anything after all. Honestly, I don't know why I got my hopes up in the first place. What? I didn't think this one was that bad. What did I do wrong? Poems don't need to be all deep sounding to express something. It's going to just sound like you're forcing it unless you really don't suck at it. Honestly, don't bother trying to write poems like this until you're on Yuri's level. Natsuki stops short all of a sudden. Don't tell me. You're not trying to impress Yuri, are you? What are you talking about? And keep your voice down. You know, Yuri would love this angsty. Just because she's a talented writer doesn't mean I mean, looks like I'm in trouble. I mean, okay, somehow struck a nerve, even though what I did is beyond me. I'm so done with you. Natsuki shoves the poem I handed her back over to me. Take your stupid poem. If you wrote it for someone else, just don't show it to me. Ouch. This is what I get for letting a younger girl step into my business. Unless I was a mind reader, I was destined to be in a world of pain from the start. At least Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. Okay, you three, we're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is it just me or did you say something strange just now? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right, you deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez, why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. It seems you're right. Sigh. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously? Of all the times to not go home with her, you pick the time she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori, and second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Who? That curious expression coming from Yuri of all people? He says out loud, apparently. Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything is fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right, Natsuki will be making cupcakes, but we might need a lot of them and different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all of the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, you can, guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No, that's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know. No, Natsuki's pouting too? Geez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. That may be the case. But if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that. I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding it to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Korin, the one who is truly useless. Haha, don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I'd be really appreciative of that. Is Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give to you. It's not like Monica's going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Korin may not be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance. May not like to be around. So therefore, he may be more suited to assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Korin to... What are you saying? It'd be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? Just what do you think? Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Korin to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? Oh boy. So I'm sure he's interested, and you literally just said, I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying, though, geez, can we just settle this already? Yeah. Korin, you're okay with this, right? So go with Yuri. In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Very well. In that case, everyone looks straight at me. Oh, jeez. Save. Return. Well, I mean... Yeah, it is weird that we haven't had a chance to hang out with Monica, so I'm inclined to want to hang out with Monica just because it's, you know, we haven't really heard much from her. And Sayori I didn't realize was going to be an option. But that's why we save, right? That's why we quick save in real life. I think it's gotta be Sayori. I'm worried about my bud, okay? You know? Or do I... It's just so dumb. Like, you never have decisions like this in real life. I mean, I guess you do, sort of. You know, if there's multiple people interested in you and, you know, you're not angling for polyamory. I mostly just don't want Sayori to die, but like I feel like everybody else is gonna die if I go that way. All right, we got a vote for Yuri and a vote for Sayori. And those were from the same person. Pick. Oh, okay. We made a save. Are you serious? Why would you... Natsuki? I can already tell you're about to say something mean. No. I was just saying... Like, Natsuki... Like, all of them are children, but you are the most child of them. So we'd be helping Yuri then, Korin. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sorts of things. So I think your assistance will be very useful. That's great to hear. Natsuki, will you be able to handle the baking yourself? I mean, yeah. I already said I'd be fine. Okay. Everyone can tell that Natsuki is feeling a little sour. So, is that everything we needed to go over? Yeah, that should be about it. Are you guys excited? Well, excited may not be the right word. just fucking horny. No. But I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit. Do you feel the same way, Korin? Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. That's good enough for me. Yeah, I made a choice that may have effects. Yeah, no shit. What about you, Natsuki? I'm not looking forward to this. At this point, I kind of want to just get through it and see what happens and then go back and whatever. Natsuki, what? Why is everyone yelling at me? Didn't even do anything. No, that's not what I meant at all. Yuri anxiously glances at everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this. I don't really know why Corin picked me, and also, your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. They go really well with my tea, and nothing that I do for the event will compare to that, so, I get it. I'm kind of surprised, though. Why? Well, I'm the one acting immature, I already know that, but you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. I know I'm not very good at that. I'm sorry if I said something bad. Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monica and I are also taken aback by Yuri's words. When she already has trouble with words, trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her comfort zone. But I begin to understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. No, I kind of appreciated it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing, but I'm going to say this. You better bet that my cupcakes are going to be the best part of the whole event. The spook anxiety has already started to set in. Yeah, I mean... like, duh. And I think I went with Yuri, partly because it's what you guys were saying, but partly just because it's like, that's the way we've been going, and like, if we're doing a playthrough, we might as well do a playthrough instead of like freaking out in the middle and changing paths. So anyway. Yeah, I hope to see everyone do their best, but with that, there's nothing more for today, so I guess it's time for us to head out. Alright, let's get out of here then. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monica and Natsuki out the door as they chat between each other. I turn around. Sorry. I realize that I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, you're right. I can't believe that slipped my mind. Should I give you my phone number? I think that would be the best way, yes. Alright then. Yuri and I exchanged phone numbers. Okay. Then I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday. My house? Is that a problem? No, not at all. I just thought that I would be the one going to your house since I'm the one helping you. I suppose that makes sense, but if you don't mind, I think I would prefer going to your house. Alright. In that case, it won't be a problem. I decide not to press Yuri for a reason. It's not like it should matter much either way, so I'll just need to make sure my room is clean. I hope I managed to make myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you are. Don't underestimate yourself, Corin. I think that we'll make a very productive team. I mean, I feel like we gotta go for like the maximum chaos run also, you know? This is Kakos Industries after all. And I've already gone past my time estimate, but that's okay. Even if you only chose me because you felt bad or something. Wait, you don't actually think that, do you? I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason you may have chosen me. You're forgetting the one reason with the most common sense. I chose to help you because that's what I want to do. But, Yuri thinks to herself with an extremely tense expression. Yuri, you're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out when you're overthinking, right? I didn't realize. I'm telling you I want to. That's all there is to it. Do you believe me? Yuri thinks really hard again. She looks straight into my eyes for a long while. I believe you. As if it took her tremendous effort, Yuri finally says that, and relaxes her expression. And I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, I am too. After that exchange, I make my way out the door and Yuri follows. I can't believe this. Yuri is going to be coming to my house on Sunday? My anxiety shoots through the roof, even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point. There's no telling what might end up happening when we're outside of school. More than that, she told me she was looking forward to it. Is this the chance I have to make something happen between us? Or is it too early for that? Only time will tell, but until then I won't be able to take my mind off of it. I seriously can't wait. It's already Sunday. Ugh. I think this is going to have to wait. It's only starting to become interesting. Oh, one of my saves disappeared. Well, no, maybe those are the ones, but... But, I think I'm probably gonna quit there. Let's see, let's quit it. Quit. Okay. So anyway, we've made some decisions. We did some things. We doki dokied and we literatured and we clubbed. So anyway, music cut was very abrupt. Sorry if I startled you. Yeah, I think that's where I'm gonna leave it for right now. Okay. I've been sitting a good long while, and I think I need to take a break. I gotta go take care of something. It was okie dokie. Yeah, I'm waiting for it to get really weird. And, I mean, we certainly chose, yeah. I feel like this is a game you only win by not playing. You know what I mean? Oh, that was a... Oops. I didn't realize that was a repeat thing. I thought I was refreshing the thing here. Anyway. We certainly chose. Yeah, well... we're probably going to go back and do some of the other things, too. I don't know how much the game penalizes us for doing that. I'm not sure if this is going to undertale us or whatever. I guess, I don't know. We'll pick it up. I think so. I had the live streams and the Patreon calls for Neverrad and Kakos Industries all kind of stacked together at the you can use the auto skip, yeah, stacked together at the end of the month here. So I think more than likely, I might the next Kakos stream might be like 2 weeks from now instead of a month from now. We'll see how that works out. Actually, I think I might be out of town in a couple weeks, but anyway, it's just probably not going to be at the end of the month, so we don't have to wait that long to resume. Or I might just resume at some point if I just feel the itch and I have to get back into it, but I don't think that'll be the case. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of get what the game is getting at. But I think that it's also emphasizing some of the things that I don't like about these games, which is like, I don't know, like when you're actually interacting with a human person and like you go hang out with somebody else, like it takes a really insecure person to like get upset with you for that. You could like and itch only some literature can doki doki. Yeah, that's right. But it's like I don't know. I'm saying this like I haven't pissed people off in my life by choosing to hang out with other people, but like I don't know. The last time I actually had a choice like that in my life, well, probably a year or so ago, but before that it had been like 10 years. So, or 8. It's just like it's just weird, like that people can't be chill, and that like, and I know these games are supposed to sort of condense experiences, but then there's like the game sometimes has a right answer. I don't know if this one does. I mean, if you pick somebody new for each poem thing, and then you pick Monica at the end, I don't know if you have sort of evenly, or if just everything goes to shit, which is maybe what we should have done. Maybe we'll do that. I don't know. I don't know. It's just so hard to harem, really. That's the problem that we're all dealing with. And yeah. So, All right, are there any final questions before I sign off? I'll give you guys a couple minutes to catch up and say whatever. Visual novels exaggerate emotion to show the consequence of choices and actions, to show you, the player, what is right or wrong for certain paths or plot. I don't think there's any right answer, only varying degrees of wrong ones. It's hard making friends. All right, Gate Snipe, you have a question. Go ahead. Have a good break, Conrad? Is that a question? Rip. I don't know. So that was the question. Just have a good break, Conrad. Is that some reference to the game that I don't know yet? That's some like cold as ice shit to say to somebody. Well, anyway, I got a snack and I got to run, and then I got a witch, as witchers do. And then tomorrow I will edit Kakos Industries. Or maybe it'll be Tuesday to edit Kakos Industries so that you guys can have an episode next month. Although I guess typically next month is 2 episodes, right? One on the 31st. Oh boy, I have so much work to do to try to make that happen. Anyway, I'm not stressed out. You're stressed out. Okay, I see a Conrad. What? Yes, that is me. I'm waiting. I am great and working hard. Okay, well, fine. Whatever. Get out of here with that sappy shit, all right? Hey. I only feel angry and awesome. Those are my 2 emotions. Duh. This is how masculinity works. We're both stressed out. Yeah, well. Anyway, I'm doing a great job, but stop procrastinating. Okay, that's a harsh judgment. I'm not procrastinating. This was my plan for this evening because I don't want to edit after everything I've already done today. Can we accept that and maybe stop telling me what to do? I am allowed to make decisions. I have a I also have a long day tomorrow, but hopefully it'll be less intense. LSAO. I don't know what that's supposed to say. Well, less about the procrastinating. Don't give me any shit, okay? All right. And on that bombshell, have a lovely evening, everyone. Please follow. Let's see, do I have text? I do have text. Is it what I want it to be? It's awfully small. Can I see it? Yeah, there we go. That's the good shit right there. Let's put that on my friggin' face. Ooh, yeah, it's all pixelated. Ooh. Oh, yeah. That's good. That's real good. Just please, if you want to see me play other video games in the meanwhile, do this one. And you know what? We also let's copy and let's duplicate and then this one, which we're gonna put down here, is gonna say the other thing. Definitely also follow that one. This one here on my head. Go follow that Twitch also, because that's where I'll be playing video games, I assume, with Matt and Brianna tomorrow. So you got to be on that one also. Which one's texting me? Okay. Anyway. So yeah, just get these in your brain. Do follow me on a Twitch. Watch me Twitch. You know, just do it. Just do it already. You're sitting here. I don't know why you're not doing it right now. But yeah, just here. Let me make it a little bit bigger. It's okay. That's too big. There we go. And this one, let's just get that a little. Yeah. So there we go. It's looking good. Here, you can't read it there. Let's put it up there. Okay. Follow both of those. I appreciate you, Gate Snipe. Thank you. I know you were trying to be helpful and supportive. I just, I don't need anybody to tell me to stop procrastinating. I'm doing the best I can, as we all are, in these